Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Savannah and I love doing high-end Dollar Tree DIYs or honestly anything DIY on a budget. So if that's something you're into, hit that subscribe button and join our savvy family. So I'm back with another Christmas Dollar Tree DIY video. And if you guys like what you see in this video, please give this video a thumbs up. It just helps YouTube to notice me a little bit more and it helps my channel grow. So I just want to say, you guys, thank you so much for all your guys' support and watching my videos. If you noticed, there was an ad at the beginning of this video. I have officially been monetized on YouTube and I could not have done it without you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Without further ado, let's get crafting. So for this DIY, you're gonna need one of these trucks from Dollar General. I believe it was like $2 maybe. And I just popped it out of the socket or slot they were in. And I start by cutting off this Christmas tree. I am sure there is a better way to do this, but I used what I had around me and I just tried to cut it off as good as I could. Once I got that off, I took a sanding block and I'm just sanding down the edges. You guys, I'm so sorry. My voice sounds so like raspy in this video. We went out for my sister, you know, she's getting married and oh my gosh, mama does not get out very often and I enjoyed myself, but I'm definitely regretting it today. Anywho, I'm just sanding that down and then I traced this truck on this cute scrapbook paper. I thought red and polka dots would be adorbs. Once it was cut out, I laid it over the truck and then I took a pencil, or I laid the truck on top of it, took a pencil and traced where the window was. And then I'm taking my craft knife, is that what it's called, you guys? And I'm just cutting the window out. Then I'm taking a black paint pen and I'm just coloring in the bottom of these wheels. You don't have to color in all of them because you're not going to see them. I'm just doing the bottom where you would see it. Don't waste your paint. Then I'm taking some Mod Podge and I'm just covering the truck and then I lay the scrapbook paper over it and you guys know what happens. We put Mod Podge back over it to seal it. So yeah. And then I am just staining with my Antique Wax Waverly chalk paint. And I am just rubbing this on the base of where the truck's gonna sit. Then I'm taking these Dollar Tree trees and I'm taking the larger one and I am taking the bottom base off and it was super simple to get off. It kind of just like twisted and then popped off. So that was no trouble at all. And just set it to the side. And I'm just gonna leave this little part in here for the sake of showing you guys. My camera cut off and I swear one day I'm gonna get my life together and it's never gonna happen again. But I wanted something for like the hubcaps. And at first I was gonna use like part of the cookie sheet, but I didn't like how it was looking. So I took some corrugated cardboard and you'll see that later on in this video. I actually did this one after that one, so I just used the scraps. But I ended up using those for the hubcaps. I took the Dollar Tree Christmas tree and I put that on the back. I took some little bitty buttons and I put them on the front and for the back for the tail lights and the headlights. And then I just distressed it and that's it. And I love how this cute little truck came out. Forgot to mention, I took one of those Dollar Tree garland ties and cut it and made a cute little wreath to put on the side of the truck and then took a jute bow and put that on top. I love this, you guys. Okay, for this DIY, I took one of these Dollar Tree sleds and I took my little finger sander and I just sanded the glitter off. You honestly could skip this step because we're going to cover it, but I just did it. Then I'm taking some of this scrapbook paper. I got this from Michael's and I thought it would be cute to do the deer because why not? And I haven't used it yet. So I thought this would be really cute. I start popping it off. I could have left it on there, but I wanted to do something different with the sled part. Does that make sense? I just wanted it to look a little bit more real, so you'll see that further on. So I popped these off. You could skip it, and then I just traced it on the back of this scrapbook paper. And then for the top of the sled, I just traced that on some buffalo check scrapbook paper. And then I got this spray adhesive from the Dollar Tree, and I thought, why not? Let's try it. Let's see how it works. And I will say I'm not satisfied with how it came out because there were so many bubbles in there. I don't know if I did it wrong or not. So me and Mod Podge might, rekindle a relationship because I don't like the spray adhesive. So you'll see it. You can't really tell. I don't know, maybe if it's because just Dollar Tree spray adhesive. If anyone does use spray adhesive, which ones do you guys use? And do you find that there's more bubbles versus using Mod Podge or what? Let me know. And then I'm just Mod Podging over that. And I Mod Podged the top of the sled as well because I honestly dumped way too much on there. And so I just carried it over to that and I Mod Podged the top of that. Then for the sleigh itself, I don't know, what are these things called that glide through the snow on the sled? Let me know. I'm taking these jumbo craft sticks. I got these from Walmart, and I'm just cutting them right down the middle with scissors, snips, whatever you want to use. And yeah. Then I hot glued them on there like this, and then I'm taking some of my antique Waverly wax and I'm just giving them like a stained look. You don't have to cover the whole sled, obviously, because the sled's gonna cover that, so don't waste your supplies. You know what I'm saying? Then we're just gonna hot glue that on back on the sled. I guess, the part that you slid on. I see the bubbles. Can you see them? I mean, when towards the end, you can't really tell that they're there, but as I'm doing it, like, this drove me insane. But yeah, I definitely probably will not use that spray adhesive ever again, ever. So, yeah, just glue it on. I tried to go back in the same exact spots that they were in. I didn't really change much up about that. Now I'm taking some of my antique Waverly wax and I'm just distressing the edges. You guys, I always use like an old crusted brush. I like that because I feel like the ends of the brushes aren't like perfectly straight. Chip brushes, I mean, whatever you guys want to use, whatever you use to distress with. I feel like every crafter has their own thing that they enjoy distressing with. So whatever is your thing, do that. Obviously, I don't even know why I'm saying this. Then I got these little candle rings at Dollar General, and I thought they were so cute. I think they were $1 as well. Might have been $2. I'm not sure, but they're so cute, and I feel like they would make really cute, like, wreaths, obviously, because that's what I'm about to use it for. But they are candle rings, so you could do so much with these. And then I'm taking one of these Dollar Tree Mary signs. They come in a pack, and I am just taking my distressing brush and I'm just lightly just going over that. Like, I didn't get much paint at all, just to give it a little bit more dimension. And then I'm putting that in the middle of the wreath. Then I'm taking some twine and cut it to your length. I kind of want to put this in my Christmas tree. You guys know I like using like big ornaments in my Christmas tree. So I just take the twine and I glue them into the holes where it hung from before, and then I just put a popsicle stick over it to reinforce it. Then I'm taking some Farmhouse beads and I'm just stringing them. So it gives it like the strings come together, if that makes sense. But you want to leave enough at the top so it looks like it's a thing that you pull a sled with, if that makes sense. But yes, I think this turned out so cute. I cannot wait to put this in my Christmas tree this year. I love this. That's it, everybody. Just kidding. Moving on to our next DIY. I got this ornament from Dollar General. It was $1. And then I got this little picture frame from Dollar Tree. And I'm opening it, obviously. And then I just cut the jute off of the back of that ornament. And I just kind of rip the front off. It's super cute. I honestly tried to save it, but I wanted to go in a different direction with this. So, and then you can see I took the bow off and those, I think, are the berries, because I just felt like they looked kind of, I don't know, cheap. And then I'm taking these little picks. It was on a Dollar Tree ornament, and I'm sticking that in there to make sure it still looks a little full and just a different color of greenery. Next, I am just tracing the back of this on some scrapbook paper. You guys know I love that black and white striped. I love it. I don't know. I can't get enough. So yeah, just trace that on there and then cut it out. Then I'm taking the farmer's market calendar and I am cutting out the little Christmas one, the December one, on the back of it. So it's a small one. And then we're just gonna Mod Podge that cute little thing to the front of this milk jug. Is it a milk jug? I don't know. Whatever it is. The cute little farmhouse thing, we're gonna put this on. Then I just take my finger sander and I'm just distressing the edges very lightly, not a lot, just to give it a little bit of a rough kind of look, like it's like worn. And I'm just finishing up Mod Podging over the top of it here. Next, I'm taking some white Waverly chalk paint and I'm just kind of giving these branches a little flocked look. Not a lot, a little. I feel like a little goes a long way. Sometimes things look better when they're just simple, I feel like. But yeah, so it's honestly personal preference. Like if you want to make your trees flock them out, girl, okay? It's totally up to you guys. And then I'm just going back over sanding it, and then I take some Waverly Antique Wax and I kind of just give it a rusted old vintage, I don't even know, vintage, an old farmhouse kind of look. Then I am going to make a bow. I just cut some of this red and burlap striped ribbon and some raffia. I feel like that sounds like mafia. It's like it's like the mafia of crafting. Okay. Anywho, I'm taking it and I'm making a cute little bow. If you guys are new here, these are my jam. I love exclamation bows. Love the messy look. Sometimes I change it up, but for the most part, that's my favorite. Then I'm taking some of these red berries. I snipped these off of that Merry Christmas sign. So I'm just taking them and kind of giving this a little bit of color. Glue on as many as you want, but I just kind of did them in like a section, like a little gathering of 3. Then I just hot glue my bow on, and then I take some of these little pine cones and I glue them in the middle of the bow just to kind of cover up where you saw where I wrapped it. You could use twine, you could use twine and jute. I was about to say jute, but those are kind of the same things. You could take more ribbon, you could take raffia, whatever you wanted to do to cover that up. I just thought the pine cones would be super cute. And then it's just time to put it all together. I wanted to set it inside of this picture frame. And this is another thing that's going to go on my tree. I like little bitty bigger ornaments with, I say this every time, but I'm so excited to use these in my Christmas tree this year, and I think this is adorable. And I just wanted to throw this in here, you guys. You guys know I'm in Mississippi, and every time I come here, I feel like we do something to my sister's house. I wanted to show you guys how you could take a cheap chandelier that's already in your house and make it really cute for literally under $20. The most expensive thing are the light bulbs, but you just want to start off. Obviously, you can take yours out of the ceiling, but your girl is not an electrician, and I was not about to do that. So I just taped the ceiling to make sure that I didn't get spray paint anywhere. And I also do 97-cent spray paint. Now, if you're doing a fixture that is touched or something, I would definitely recommend at least going up to the $4 spray paint at Walmart, but I don't mind. So, I don't mind. We don't touch this fixture, so it's gonna be fine. So, yeah, just tape everything up, and then we're gonna take the black spray paint. I'll show you, and then I'll also show you the bulbs that we're going to put in it. And this is just going to be super fast. It's super self-explanatory, but I did want to show you guys this because it doesn't cost a lot to do things in your house. And I love how this turned out. And that's it, you guys. It's super, super, super simple and totally affordable. And I love how this chandelier turned out. It's more modern, farmhouse. I mean, it could be so many things. Change the light bulbs. I just love it. Okay, for this last one, I am taking some scrap flooring that I just have sitting in my garage. You can use the Dollar Tree ones, you can, whatever you have on hand. And I'm just giving this a really good coat of the Waverly Celery. I love this color. It is so pretty to me. I don't know. And then I don't know if it was because it was on like my flooring and like it's like laminate and water, like not water, I guess waterproof. When I sanded it, it sanded like amazingly. Then I'm taking some of this, what is this? Corrugated cardboard, I believe. You guys, I got this for free. The people at my Dollar Tree, they wrapped up some glass vases. And I was like, this is so cute. So I kept it and I decided to use it in this craft. Now you can take something round and like, I guess, trace your circles out. But I thought it was kind of cute to have not so circles, if that makes sense. I like a little bit of the, I say this too all the time. I don't like perfection. I like it to look handmade. So I just thought that was really cute. And I'm cutting out 3. We got another snowman sign. And I love how this turned out. It is so farmhouse to me. Then I'm just taking some of this ivory chalk paint by Waverly and I'm just dry brushing over the cardboard just to make it look more like a snowman. And I love how this turned out. I am going to try to find this. I think you could maybe like the cardboard, the things with the flaps, maybe remove one side. I think that would be cute. I also think they make scrapbook paper like this. I'm not sure. Then I'm taking one of these Dollar Tree hats. And I said this in my last snowman that I made. I was like, ooh, that would be cute if you cut it in half. So I was like, I want to try it. So I just took a saw, Henny saw, and I sawed down the middle. And it was super simple because it was styrofoam. Once I got to like the burlap hat, I used scissors to cut across that. And I think this is so cute. And now I'm just hot gluing everything down. I'm kind of like playing with my circles to see how I want them to lay. And then yeah, just glue them down. And then I am taking my Dollar Tree buttons and I just sort through them to try to find some that I thought match. If you guys have these buttons, you know, I feel like not one of these are ever the same. Maybe the little bitty ones, but they're not all the same. And I just picked ones that I liked. For the buttons, the mouth, and the eyes. So, and then I have these sticks. You guys, I go on walks with my kids and I'm like, look for sticks for mommy. Because I like to craft with them and they're free. Who doesn't like free craft supplies? You know what I mean? Then I'm going through and I'm just gluing down the buttons. And I used my snips to cut my, my twig, if that makes sense. And this twig was already flat on the bottom and I kind of wanted it to be a little bit 3D with the hat. So I glued it like pointing, it kind of leaned toward the side, if that makes sense. But I thought it was so adorable. Then I'm taking this buffalo check. It's from Dollar General, I believe. It was $2, but it is wider and it is a good amount. And I'm just cutting it and measuring it up on his like neck for this scarf. And then I took another piece, the same width, but just a little bit longer in length. And I tied them in a knot. And that's going to be the part of the scarf that like blows in the wind. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like aesthetic. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. His scarf is blowing in the wind and he loves it. Then I'm just taking some more of these Dollar Tree pine cones. My voice got it cracked there. Pine cones. And I'm gluing them on the top hat because I think something was here and it fell off, or I ripped it off. I'm not totally sure. But anywho, I felt like it was missing something. Then I'm taking some of the Antique Waverly chalk paint and I'm just going around the edges to give it, the snowman, just a little bit more dimension. You guys know, you know what I'm doing. But I thought this kind of like brought it all together almost. And then we're going out on a limb here, you guys, because y'all know I hate my handwriting. But I'm pretty sure I'm getting a Cricut for Christmas. And if I don't, I'm knocking over the Christmas tree. Just kidding. Probably not, but I'm just kidding. No. So we will do away with this handwriting eventually. But for the sake of making the sign look cute, I had to use my handwriting. You know, I just had to. But I did use a pencil first to kind of get it how I wanted. And I just said, let it snow. If you guys watched my Dollar General haul, you saw me sing that part. And it was so, I don't even know. But I just wrote, let it snow. And I'm using my black paint pen from Walmart. And you guys, you don't have to watch this, obviously. I'm just going over it, and then I go back over it to make it a little bit thicker. Because we like thick things in this house, okay? And here he is in all his glory. I loved how he turned out, you guys. I think this is totally Farmhouse, and I am so excited to put this piece up for Christmas. And then, wait. Oh, see a little bit? Here, he's like sitting right there, like admiring it. Not really. He's trying to like touch it and be destructive, but look how cute he is. He's my baby. Anywho, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.